Hey, 23, hi, hello. I'm just gonna tape my references to the wall. Hello, Auntie Patience. Hi, Elia. People. Oh man, tea. Tea is great. Love tea. Alright. Alright, I'm somewhat in frame. Arctic Journals, hey! How are things over there? How's it going? Hello, Curious. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. I heard new Rosa paints. That plus tomorrow will be difficult night with the text. That, oh no. It would be great if the clown that's boasting to have ended a bunch of wars actually did that, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna get some paper. Grabbing tape because I don't know. Well, yeah, okay. These are all very thick. What I'm gonna start by doing is I'm gonna take this sheet out of the pad it's in. What are the new paints? You can check either Rosa's Instagram account or on the Discord in Art Talk, I think. Yes, Rosa has released 10 new colors, which is super exciting. What's the supposed size? Okay, this is one of my pet peeves, okay? When you buy any kind of pad, this is, in this case, a pad of ash paper, and they say the size is 6 inches by 10 inches. And like, okay, 6 inches, more or less, close enough. 10 inches? Dude, guys, first of all, not quite. And also, the part with the holes and the binding doesn't count. Seriously, this should be advertised as like 9.5 by yeah, 6-ish, you know. I just hate because it's not the real reliable measurement of this stuff. Annoys me. It's been a while since I painted on that press. If I was if I was being clever instead of gung-ho about it. I would definitely like use a sheet of this paper to just try and paint swatches and see if the paper, like what's the sizing like, how it's faring, but like I wouldn't bother with making a whole drawing, inking it, and only perhaps then to figure out that the paints are not that great anymore. The paper is not that great anymore, but that's not what I'm gonna do today, so... Ow. If that would make me really mad because... Frame size? Yeah, I know! I just... The binding doesn't count. And same if the paper has those gosh darn perforations. The bit that's on the other side of the stupid perforation doesn't count either. Why do we have to explain this stuff? I wanted to bind a clean border, but all my sort of lower tack paper are very big. And I know that hot press usually hates tape. So that's why I was looking at the low tack ones, but might have to make do with a border and to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Set it up first. Maybe a thin border. Maybe a practice piece. Call it that. I don't know, maybe this ruler is not... Is it? No, it should be fairly accurate, right? It kind of matches up with my cutting mat to some extent. Like, that's the other thing. Not all rulers are made equal. And this one is a cheap one. I got it because it goes a bit further from 12 inches, which is the standard ruler size. And if you look at a regular corkboard metal ruler, it doesn't really extend beyond 12 inches. So if you work with a lot of 12-inch paper and you want to use a blade to cut like pieces, you don't have a lot of buffer. So I kind of like this ruler because there's a bit more buffer, but I'm not sure if the scale on it is as reliable. Come on. Oh. Oops, sorry. I've hit the microphone, I'm sorry. I'm glad the microphone has a puff. Like the foam thingy you put on top of it. So every time I bump it, hopefully it's less noisy. Instead of going clang, I hit the foamy part, so. Mine is terrible. I'm like... Eh, practice piece. Oh, sorry about that. Ow. Hey, Paulo! I've been burned by faulty old arch. Yeah, hit or miss. I've had both old ash paper that had still decent sizing and old ash paper that had like bad sizing. I've also had like less old paper with both issues. Please don't murder me. I find Ash's covers ugly. A Facebook group came for me and deleted me when I was. This design? This? I prefer the sketchbooks, especially with rounded edges on one side. Like, what? It looks so bad. Like, the perforations are never clean, and then you have one side that has has been cut in factory and has like the clean cut with the rounded edges, and then you have the other side that has the shaggy, jaggy edged cut with the 90-degree corners. It's just bad. Why? I'm gonna have to like take the blade out to clean up that perforated edge anyway. And then I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with the rounded corners. So why bother? If I'm gonna have to take a blade to the sketchbook anyway, why even have the perforations in the first place? I hate them so much. They look like butt. And then it creates a weak point in the binding so that if you want to use a sketchbook as a sketchbook and not as a bunch of papers to rip off, well, it's just so ugly. And now all the watercolor sketchbooks nowadays have those gosh darn stupid perforations. There's always something, right? It's either like the regular 9x12 ash pad that is what I would go for usually. The issue I had with it was it's like metric measurement mostly. They say it is 9x12, but it's what's special about a machinist ruler? It's not a pleasant to look. Really? Colors are lurid. I really don't mind it, to be honest. I don't necessarily find it pretty, but I don't mind it. I even use like I cut up one to use as a protector. I just what I like about it somewhat is that at least it's really easy to recognize whether something is hot press or cold press or rough or a block or like it's visually easier to figure out at one glance, but I mean you're allowed to not like it. That's perfectly fine. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle today. I don't feel like I'm in the mind space to work well. The markings go right up to the edge. Anyway, for sure for. Oh, I see. Sorry about the shakiness. I have a corner cutter, but what are you doing with the painting with rounded corners? That... Yeah, you kind of need a mat to cover it up, right? Be girly today. It's... Oh, that's awesome! To do a whole... Oh, that's a good point about quilting rulers. That's true. Weird clear plastic guitar ruler. What? Wait, is it for guitars or is it... Does it have guitars on it? How's the how's the work situation over there? Arctic journals. It is amazing. I mean, it's Scout. It's easy. Oh. rulers. Here's a guitar. Whoa, I am intrigued as well. I was sorting out my my supplies recently, and I saw that I also have a ridiculous number of rulers, and they're not all like great rulers. I have like the Subway sandwich promotional rulers from the 90s. I have a bunch of old rulers from like promotional rulers from school. About a bajillion of like the same measurement ruler. It was surprising to put them all together and to just look at them and then be like, oh wait, there's a bajillion of them. One other tip for buying a metal ruler, ensure that the markings are etched so that they're still useful. Yep. I mean, that tracks for plastic rulers as well, if possible. Am I the only person with two rulers? One metal like meter long rulers for baking. I mean, it's a matter of context as well. Like, I've never really had to declutter my rulers, so I've just like piled them up. But if I had to, like, I'm pretty sure that whenever I'll have to move in the future, I'll probably get rid of a bunch of them. Like, I really don't need that many. Rulers no things that don't need no buses. Not that kind of ruler. Ruling intensifies. Sorry. If those cats strongly remind me of our old apartment. That's the idea. They're supposed to be babushkats. They're my cat says old grandma kitty cats. One of those cats is having a better day than the other, always. A thoroughly unimpressed expression on the right one. I mean, it's my cat. You guys know my cat, right? Look, hold on. Let me grab my reference. Like, that's the best photo we have of them in terms of showing off their character. The thoroughly unimpressed one and the thoroughly derpy one. I have one faded plastic ruler that I've been using since school, and it's really fun. I mean, if it's still good. Go grab the cat. What cat? Alright. I really like the orange cat energy. So I have printed photos of well, reference of my cats because I can't still get their like markings right. And then a bunch of cats with little scarves on their heads. And then I have it's still on the wall, but I have a few photos of grandmas. And well, I was trying to find the photos of grandmas for this little drawing. I found so many like 20-something girl dressing up like babushkas, and I was like, I know what you mean. I see what you mean, but the energy, it doesn't work. You don't look to like you definitely don't look like you've seen enough in your life yet to have earned that outfit. Why is tea cooling down so fast? No, I will refer to the older ladies like Babushkats only. There were so many photos of babushkas with cats when I was looking up references, and that made me so happy. Oh, my grandma's passed away. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it's a nice feeling and not a sad one. Not too much, anyway. All my grandmas have also moved on. Oh, I need to. Oh. The delightful agony of awaiting fresh paints. Oh, seriously. It is so impressive that Rosa is still like basically unstoppable, right? Every minute, I'm not the most patient person when it comes to art supplies. Oh man, good luck finding someone who is. I'm not. It's all about, you know, finding strategies to curb the impatience around it rather than just not being impatient at all. I'm trying not to erase too much because I don't know what to expect of this paper, but sometimes something is just not right. Anyway, practice piece. If it ends up being a mess, but I feel bummed that I didn't do the idea justice, I'll just make another drawing, right? It's not that hard. It's not that complex. Or I do hope people can come up with questions. Yeah, that too. I mean, they just announced it, like at the home base level, so it's gonna take a while before they get here. If I remember the last release they had, it took what, easily a year before they were here. I like it though because I have a local seller. Is this it's a really nice lady. I think I don't know exactly where she's from, but and I don't want to say something that I'm too wrong about, but she might be Russian. But she really wants to bring like the those supplies to us, and she stocks a lot of Rosa stuff. Watercolor. Dinner 2 weeks later. Get a package. Blue. Several months. Yeah, and there is a color in this release that they already say is going to take a bit longer. Oh, that's terrible. No, for me it's a it's artmaterials.ca. I think it ships from a location that is close to the Ontario, Quebec-Ontario border. And she has like Rosa. She has a lot of nice brands. Also European ones, but otherwise there are not that many options to get uh, paints that are from the the former USSR. Okay, now I want to try. So that's why I was digging up for this little bit earlier, is to test the ink, because when I did my my latest review, the ink really feathered on the paper, and I would like to not have a repeat of that. It wasn't that great of an experience. I think this one is still the MVP in this case. Yeah, right. With that. Oh, that's lovely. That's so nice. Let's go. The only animated watercolors I know of that are available to the US I know is Rabbit's Hat, which are simply lovely. Oh yeah. I should have started with the other cat. There's less risk of smudging because my hand is going to go for this one. It's so different to ink on hot press paper. Holy moly, is it smooth! Wow. I had not done that in a really, really long time. Very, very smooth. Ellen, hello! Deep, deep expensive. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing this pen dries relatively fast. C'est-tu des sons bizarres? C'est quoi, où? T'es dans... Tu veux voir? Ouais. Après son cadeau de hier. Hein. Un gros dodo? Leaf and blueberry are also mad expensive. I know handmade ones are pricey, but gosh. And I mean, like in my limited experience with very expensive handmade paints, like you might not like them. The ears back, Granny Cat, and buying it. Oh, she's never buying it. I'm trying to think what I want to use to erase it, the sketch. Can't remember which eraser I have works better with watercolor paper, especially hot press. Oh. I'm gonna go get some water for painting. That eraser? Really? Okay, I can try that. It's one water ball. To Man, I put my kid to bed and missed the whole sketching and inking. It's gonna be available on replay though. And hi, Firecloud, hello. My experience, a knitted one helps avoid the pilling that you can get more smooth. Okay, I'll try that. Gotta remember that it's a bit of a test piece. Sorry. Best eraser for watercolor paper, paint, Pentel ain't soft. I'm gonna write it down because I have a ridiculous collection of erasers. One of my favorite is the brand is Tree. And I'll have to check. I might have that one. And if I keep this up, I'm gonna be really strong in the fingers, right? Oh my gosh. I like knitted ones, but sometimes they take... I don't know what you're talking about. What? To take an eternity to erase the sketch? What could you mean? Good grief. I think they're good also for, like not picking up too much of the ink. You know, sometimes some inks or inking pens, when you erase with a regular eraser, the ink kind of gets a bit more gray. But I don't think that, at least here with this combo of ink, eraser, and paper. Ouch. Oh my gosh, it's sticking, it's starting to stick to my fingers. It's getting too hot. I like to roll them over the paper. I'll try that. Pushing intensify, seriously. Hold on, let's prepare a roll. Oh no, I sounded like Melania Trump, sorry. Blech. Okay, we have a nice boudin. Oh, that's a bit better, if it works. I'm gonna try because they usually do exactly what I've done. High five! Why make it simple when you can make it stupid, right? I think it might come from perhaps in the distant past, like haven't had to work with charcoal, perhaps. Because if you roll a knitted eraser over charcoal or something like that, the charcoal is going to be on your hand, so you really have to dab at it. I feel like I'm doing I'm playing with Play-Doh. Probably not going to be able to pick up everything. It's so tempting to just go like... Alright, I think I'm reaching the good enough stage. There's still some lines left, but hopefully they won't be too visible once I've painted over them. Maybe, who knows? Le boudin gris, indeed. The artsy types gotta save our grist where we can. Aye, tell me about it. Noodly arms with no strength and really terrible wrists. It's like a massage for your wrists to roll the boudin over the surface. What would you call that in English? A roll? The term in French for it is really boudin. It's like a sausage. Are we at the good enough stage yet? I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm taking off some of the ink that's over the sketch lines. I'm gonna stop here, me and my boudin. You guys have memories of playing with Play-Doh? Or art classes where you worked with clay? A worm? Oh. Hey, Amy, hi! Like, oh, a snake. Snake works. Cylinder, oh yeah. Beth? Oh! Finally, first time I can enjoy a live Sandy. Oh no, Lisbeth! I hope you'll feel better quickly. That sucks. Right. Paints. 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 And brushes. Paint. Ah, I'll be able to use the cat palette. Yay, cat palette. I'm gonna use. Fix that later. Shoving unit. Alright, so I got what I call the cat palette, which is Holbein paints, and I got this one, which is the set of 5 colors from Rummage-Mall, and that's what I feel like using today, so that's what I'm going to be using today. Oh non, est tombé! Est tombé! Oh, ma pauvre boue!
Confuse.
Comme Greggy. Tombé, mes lunettes. Attention. Sorry about that. The scout fell from her napping spot. Poor baby. Yes, it's the Aquarius starter set, the one with the 5 full pans. We have ultramarine light, lemon yellow, Aquarius red, Aquarius green, and I think it's something like Caput Mortem. Alright. Terrifying part. Oops, sorry. Hold on. Can I reach? Oh, I hate being short. Hold on. Encore sur le bord, elle va encore foutre le camp. Man, that cat has a death wish or something. Juste la surveiller parce que... Yep. Pauvre poulette. Like she fell on Thursday, today, because she likes to sleep under a little blanket. So she doesn't really have a line of sight as to where she's at on the chair she likes to sleep on. And then she will wriggle and move around under her blanket. Eventually, she falls off. Stressful part. Main flat. Actually on hot press, it's gonna be a hot mess express, but you know. Say it with me, practice bees. gonna be a few cauliflowers, but gonna have to live with it. It really gives me vibes of the Bosch and Katie Jones did for This Hour's 22 Minutes as the old ladies walking through the park and mug the state of the world. What about putting a cat bed on the chair? A cat bed. It's a fair idea, and we have one that would fit, but the issue is that she likes sleeping on this really lofty blanket that's folded over a bunch of times. So even if I were to put the blanket in the cat bed, she wouldn't have any awareness of the edges of it. I mean, she's been sleeping at that spot for months. You don't usually fall off of it this much. Poor old lady cat. Pauvre bébou. Il m'imite. You iron after the fact. In relationship to what? To the buckling? I tend to flatten my images when they're dry, like with the method that Otto shared on her channel a long time ago. Works really well. Ça wiggle, elle va tomber encore. Mais c'est une tweet, ce chat. Tu l'as shufflé? Shuffle de chaton. Ouh. C'est quoi ça? Temps de sortir sa tête? Écoute, ça peut l'empêcher de tomber. First red makes an awesome orange with queen gold bonnet of the reds. Hey Melissa, hi! I take the buckling out by. Sometimes I just put it back to the. For me, it's the yellows usually that are my least used colors. Now, I don't remember with this palette if there's an easy way to mix a black or a dark gray. That's not it. Serviceable. Good night, Firecloud. He was big, not chunky, but he's. Ooh. Aww. Have you painted him? Have you drawn him? It's funny, I haven't yet. I should. I think by discovering that he was a lookalike for Richard III. Otto! Hello! Hey, Liz, hi! Man, Ellen, I don't think I've seen such a Canadian winter in a freaking long while. It's baffling. Shoveling snow is a very real workout. sorry. Hit the microphone again. Ah, found one. There's always a spot where I forget to ink something. I forgot the line here. Not that it's gonna matter much once I've painted, you know, over everything, but yeah. I've been out dancing. Ooh. What color is the dark blue purple? Which one? That's way too much red. Shoot. Onto the. I mean, and this one here. The right of what? I don't know. This one is probably a mix of the ultramarine light, the Aquarius red, perhaps a bit of caput mortem in there. I've only mixed using these 5 colors, so it's got to be a combo of them. This is the Roman Schmal Aquarius sort of trial set, beginner set. Dang it, I have too many wires in the way. Which babushkat is which? Huh. I bet it's that Scat is on the right and Peko is on the left. Oh, they didn't come with the tin. I had the tin from a separate set, and I put the paints in it. These only come in a cardboard box usually. That has to be the grumpy one because 30. Yeah, you guys are right. The grumpy one is, of course, Scout. Ouch! Sorry, Scout. Ouch. Why do we have knees? Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know how this will work out because I usually try to stick to one palette so the colors are a bit cohesive. But I also have my quote-unquote cat palette here. And I'm gonna try to use this to paint the cats in. And hopefully it's not gonna be too jarring. I'm asking for a disaster to happen, but... It's a bit too much shadow. Hold on, I need to tape my friends back there. We do have knees for finding furniture in the dark. For the same reason we have pinkies to bump into literally everything. You know, shins are meant to get bumped. Oh my gosh, that hurts so much. A hit on the shins on the coffee table, it's so painful. Oh, good grief, Melissa. I mean, you're not wrong, but oh, that hurts. Achoo! Someone is sneezy. Beko is a different story because she has a lot of random white spots on her face, and it's not always easy to figure it out. Okay. But we joked that she has her monocle. It's a... Ah, there you go. Okay, got it. There was a fiber in my paint. There's a lot of fibers. I'm probably due to change my the rag I use for my brushes. Beko has one hole in one of her socks. Whoopale. I bring your brain dramatic music. What a surprise, right? Elbows, oh, hips too. If you're short, hips are definitely there to help you find where the door handles are. It is so painful. Oh no, Gabbers, I see you and I raise you. Getting your insulin pump tubing caught. Oh, dude. Ah, what happens? Like, what's... Is it gonna tear off? Like, that sounds terrifying. Just redo the infusion segment. The deal. Dude. Dude! I mean, it sounds really painful. I haven't shown Luna, no. Sometimes it can tear the infusion site. Cannula actually goes into your skin, it's flexible usually. Needs still. Oh. Oh wow, only one. What's the? Is it like cellulitis? Cellulitis. Got Pico's ears. Is it covered by humidity from? Gets gross. Oh, okay, like an infected cut. Yeah, I feel like having like diabetes. My brain just switched to the meme, you know, the beatus. But having diabetes type 1, even if you're afraid of needles, you kind of have to. I feel like it's one of those situations where you have no other options but to get used to it. So the brain's um, phobia of the needle kind of goes a bit on its own. Like it's such a dire need that I feel like when that happens, a lot of the resistance we have to things like goes away. It has gone a long way, wow. Oh, I'm over. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna do another pass of black over Miss Grumpy Face here. Definitely gonna have to test if the weird texture I get from the black paint on this paper is because it's hot press or because of the black that I'm using, or a mix of the two. Kind of gets blotchy really quickly, but I feel like it is blotchy in the palette as well, so all right. I need to stretch and take a break anyway, so I feel like this is a good place to finish. I'm gonna end this painting maybe later today or soon, and eventually I'll post it on the Discord or on Instagram, depending. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being here today and spending some time with us on Saturday. I hope you have a great weekend, and until the next stream, you can hop on the Discord server. The link is in the description. It's completely free, and we have a bunch of fun channels over there and resources, and you can, chat. It's a place for sharing stuff and having fun and community. So there it is. I hope you have a great weekend again, and see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, don't forget to take cake. Very important.